Well, I told you guys when I came here, this appeared to be the most stress-free Harrisburg sale ever in my life. You know, the first year I came here, I was jittery. You know, we're trying to scrape together whatever we can to buy whatever we can and trying to make the stable.ca work. And fast forward through all the times, ups and downs we've had to come to Harrisburg, and the whole week was stress-free. Even today. You know, I a little jittery because I didn't know if the horses would sell, right? I don't know how our mares would sell. I knew they should sell. Doesn't mean they will. They did. I told everybody, I thought that maybe Swinging Senorita was a hair light, but she's a what the hill in a, you know, a book full of, you know, tactical landings and Muscle Hills and Walners. So yeah, I could see maybe 60 being the price. Cutie Cumber I thought would bring that. I was hoping a little more, but I thought that was fair. You know, Steve had bought a really, really nice, on paper anyway, Chapter 7 filly that was well bred not that long before Cutie, so I'm like, jeepers. But she did sell. And then Alarm Detector, I told everybody, you know, everybody wanted to sell her, and I don't know what she'll bring. And I told everybody if she didn't bring 50, I'd buy her back, breed her myself, and sell her in full. That's how certain I was what she was worth, at least in today's market. And she brought $62,500. Our babies, yes, I told everybody I thought that maybe I'd be able to get 3 Points Brother. In fact, no, I'll be completely frank with everybody. I was certain I would get 3 Points Brother. Not even close. And that's not true. We were the underbidders. The underbidders for what I think a little more than I was super comfortable paying, but truthfully taking in the individual himself, I guess all things considered, probably what he was worth. And this is what this sale was. I told you when I got here, I just had a feeling there'd be somewhat of a bloodbath. The best horses, the top horses are going to sell. You could have sold them in the bathroom. They would have sold very, very well. But that lower end of the middle and down, it was probably tough to be a breeder for those horses at this sale. But, you know, my take on that is simple. You can't win every time. You can't always win. If you're a breeder, you can't, you know, get top dollar. And that's, it felt to me anyway, as a buyer, it felt to me like the last 3 years, everybody got paid well. And we were happy to pay you, right? Especially when we're going to get the return on the fillies like Horn Player, like Cutie Cumber. We lost on both of them, but we didn't get murdered simply because of the residual value as potential broodmares. So, didn't get the 3 point, didn't get the chimpanzee call. We already went over all this. But I did get of what we needed, of what we wanted. I told everybody this was the shopping cart sale. We got it all. We got the shopping cart full. We got all the nooks and crannies of that puzzle we were trying to build, at least on paper, at least from the outside looking in. We got it all, right? We sold our 3 fillies, and we got 2 racehorses. Now, I thought there was a shot we'd get a crack at, you know, a top trotter, a top pacer, and there was only a couple of each in the sale, by the way, which is telling enough in its own right. And we didn't get anywhere near those, but I went to look at all the horses, and I had talked to Scotty and a couple of the other people that had driven some of these horses, and I was confident in pricing both. I thought that I had a good shot with a combined price on Collector and Kenobi of around 100. I figured the combined price for those two was around 100. Now, I thought that Collector would bring 50 to 60, and Kenobi would bring 40 to 50. That's what I thought they'd bring. Instead, Collector brought 35, which actually, when you're talking about the pair of them, allowed me to stretch just a hair for Kenobi. I thought I had him at 47. We ended up paying 55. Collector, I believe, has 1 win, maybe 2, and Kenobi has 4. So exactly what we're trying to do. This is a continuation of what we've been doing all year long and how we've been doing it. Buying horses that are those nominators of 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5 sometimes, and racing them in Northfield and the Meadows and Dayton, and then looking around as we go along, can these horses do? Then you buy a horse like All Gas No Brakes, you luck out and he wins in 54, you're like, hold on, he can go over to Mohawk and race over there for a little while, and then if he gets even better, he could race in that optional 50. That's perfect. That path is paved. We've done it all year long. Now, maybe not the final portion, that Mohawk class, but we're on our way there with all gas, no brakes for sure to see if he can do in there. And if that's the case, again, who comes next? Who comes after him? Work down that same avenue, right? Northfield, the Meadows, Dayton. Where are we going to go after that? If they're good enough, on they go to to Mohawk or to the Meadowlands or to Yonkers, wherever we want to race them. So a great sale. It really, truthfully, go back and look at our videos from before Harrisburg. This is exactly what I told you would happen. Sale was going to be a little light. We would get virtually everything we want. Now, it wasn't perfect. I didn't get everything I wanted, but a lot of it. Now, Amy was here all week long, looking at the babies. But I mean, going to the restaurants. Found a nice place here. We're doubling down on Bacco. That's can't be the way you say it. Although Steve's Italian, he said that's how you say it, Bacco. Nice little pizza place downtown. We're gonna go down and have a little chat. Steve's going back to Canada. We're going back to Northfield, so different directions. I'll be reaching out to everybody. There'll be shares available of the racehorses. There'll be shares available of all the babies. I got to talk to Eric and talk to Wendy and see if we can get those shares, all of them, up for you tomorrow. That would be helpful. And close out what is our sales season here. So, what was your high point in the Harrisburg sale? Put you on the spot.
Yeah, you did.
Did you like Collector? Because we looked at it.
Yeah, we looked at him at Diamond Creek.
Yes.
I was getting him confused with the other one.
Which, he went for a lot more. I told you he'd go for a lot more. The one that went right before Collector, we bid on him also. But actually, I don't even know if I got my hand up. I told Steve, I said I had him marked at 80 or 90. The Chancellor?
No, that's not it.
Oh, that's the one I thought you meant. I figured he'd bring 80 or 90, and then people were talking about Chancellor. There's Chancellor. I tried 51. He was a fringe player in the major stakes. I think he brought 140 or something like that. I liked Collector. I would rather take the horse with one win that might be than the horse we already know what he is, and maybe he's better. That's just how I work. Which one were you looking at?
Racehorses?
Yeah.
I don't remember his name now.
So what babies did you like then?
Well, I like all the babies.
Well, what was your favorite one? What one did you... Oh, you wanted 3 point. You didn't get them off. 3 points better than you didn't get them.
Yeah.
Wonders blue chip, but that's just the way it goes. I was getting a little uncomfortable at that price, to be honest. Who else then? Who was your favorite one?
That you bought?
No, that Marcus Melander bought. I was just thought I'd ask you. Yes, that we bought. Well, you only bought one. That must be your favorite. The Priest.
Oh, yeah.
Who was the one that you liked the most then?
Honestly, I don't know.
Wow, you really played
That's
a major role.
why you shouldn't put me
it.
on the spot.
Okay, so we bought the Chapter 7 colt, grand old chap.
Yes.
I liked him. We bought the Muscle Mass filly, the Hillbilly filly.
Yeah.
We bought...
I like the bar hopping.
Yeah, the bar hopping was nice. She sits at the bar.
Yes.
Say that fast a couple of times.
And I do like the pacer.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about her. The Cintra's niece.
Yeah.
Cintra's niece. Who else did we buy? The Priest. Who else did we buy?
Baby Zet.
Baby Zet. I like Baby Zet. I took on a little heat because Amy said, why do you keep buying horses? Because you had siblings. And I said, I don't really care, but the Divine Zet was not the reason that I bought Baby Zet. It
is the reason you looked at the horse, though.
That's right. You're true. I would not probably have looked at her if it wasn't for that.
You never would have.
But the family also on the second dam had one that made 700 and some thousand. She was a beautiful little filly. She was a little small, but a beautiful filly. A sharp head on her. I liked her gait in her video. And truthfully, I don't mind her sister. She played a minimal role, but you're right. I probably wouldn't have actually pulled her out of the stall had we not had her sister. So you're right in that regard. But that isn't why I was interested in her. It might have been why I pulled her out of the stall, but it is certainly not why I bought her. So partially right. We're both right. Let's just agree that we're both right. The highlight of the week was either one of Steve's boilovers. Either one of them was the highlight.
You're exaggerating.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm not, and I can call witnesses. The colt sale was
but
almost very close equivalent to a large volcano erupting. What is the volcano that erupted and covered Pompeii? Was that Mount Vesuvius? You don't know. I'd ask Ava. She'd know. It's history. I think it was Mount Vesuvius. I don't know why that came to mind, but I believe it was. Don't tell me it was, because I can look it up. Mount Vesuvius is similar eruption to what almost took place in the back ring at Harrisburg this year. And then the international
And
money.
then I think he bought more horses after the fact. Like,
well, he did, because Steve's he's a
No,
good
but-
guy, but he just runs hot. That's how he is. He's a
No.
lovable guy, but he runs hot.
Oh, I know.
Oh, this guy, look. Yeah, you don't want to let me in, I know. I'm not from here. Yeah. Oh, this guy,
Whoop.
too. I see, yeah. Shockingly. Oh, this is where I turn left anyway. I'm going to blow right through here. This is silly. So, yeah, the 2 eruptions were fantastic. The food was fantastic.
There was not 2
Yes, there was.
No, there
2 eruptions. The food was fantastic. We're doubling down on Baco. And just a fantastic week overall. It was the only time in my life I ever came to Harrisburg and did not feel stress. Stress was not with me for the entire week, and it is not with me as we leave. We've had a tremendous year. We've had a tremendous season. We've had a tremendous sale season, and now it is over. So, some horses selling next week in Ohio. Yes, I know I've got a million calls. Is Renegade Gypsy going or not going? And, what do you think? Let's just watch him race, and then we'll make a decision after that. I've talked to Ron Burke. Here's the problem. He has now walked it back. He can't take the horse to the East Coast, and I knew he couldn't when he said he could. Mark Weaver and his owners virtually have said we have a trotter for every class that he could possibly race in, and we don't want him racing against our horses under Ron Burke's name. And I don't blame them. No. I would say the same thing. So, Ronnie can't take the horse. Does that mean we send the horse to Megan? Possibly. It's a possibility. Or do we just leave the horse in the sale? I know there's some people out there saying, please don't sell Renegade Gypsy. This is not a puppy dog, though. He is a racehorse, and if he races good this week and the prognosis is well for him to race on the East Coast, then yes, we can send him to the East Coast, but I am not keeping him because he's a big, shiny black horse and everybody loves him. He's going to have to, there has to be a viable plan for Renegade Gypsy moving, and there very well may be. I am not saying there is not at all. So when it comes to I got Steve again, look. I got the good spot again. So when he's right there.
Oh.
So when it comes to what we're doing with Renegade Gypsy, that again will be up to Renegade Gypsy as we move into next week's Ohio sale. I would say there's probably a better than good chance we don't sell him, but there still is the option to sell him. Especially when I look at today and saw what all the horses went for and how hard it was to find another Renegade Gypsy. That's a double-edged sword. Sure, we could probably get overpaid for him, but then we don't have him. So, again, the ball's in his court of what he wants to do. So that is what we have done, what we are doing, where we are at, where we have been, where we are going, hopefully up. We got a ton of babies that I love this year. We're going to break all those horses and get them going. I have some videos for you coming up.
Who's your favorite since you put me on the spot?
That's a great question. I don't know if I like being put on the spot. Where's my iPad?
Right here.
Oh, right here?
No, you can cheat.
I certainly can cheat. I can do this right here. My favorite, I think, dollar for dollar. I don't know if it's a favorite, because the one I wanted is the one you wanted. We didn't get our horse, but that happens. I'll tell you what I do love. I love the 2 horses we bought, race horses we bought. I can tell you that right now. I absolutely love, there was Challenger there. He went for a ton. That doesn't say, it's no internet. Collector, I think, is one of my favorites. Just looking at that horse, what he's done, what he could do, what he could be, where he's going. I love that horse. But if you're going to put me on the spot for the sales, I can open up our purchases right now. Look at them page by page. She Sits at the Bar, I think, was a disgusting underpay. I was looking for the best way to say that. That filly there should have brought a lot more. And the fact that upwards of 5 breeders have come up and talked to me about her leads me to believe that I'm 100% correct. Princess Dream, I just thought was easy, and that was the smart play, because you saw that Crantini's sister went for 100, and all those other horses we had on our list for the Ontario fillies went for more. I thought that was the top end of what she was worth when we bought her. I'm wrong. She was probably worth a little bit more. Grand Old Chap, I thought, was maybe the easiest purchase of the whole sale. I was so surprised. I was in from 12 to this horse. I was just certain he would bring 110, 120. Instead, we got a eligible horse to New York, Kentucky, and Massachusetts, who is a first foal from a Muscle Hill mare that mare is a sister to Snow White, and That's All Money. That's All Money is the mother of Looks Like Money. So that is my favorite purchase, actually, of the sale.
Okay, because I'm not looking for a recap. I just wanted you to pick one.
Oh, a little dig. You're going to throw digs at me. I see how it is. Okay. Cintra's Niece, easy. Oh, Swinging Senorita's brother was so low, I was forced to purchase him, even though I told everybody of all the things we could buy and needed, the last thing we needed was an Ontario trotting colt. That's how underpriced I believe this horse was, is that I knew the entire time, with a very clear head, that this was a horse we did not need. But at $36,000, I priced him at $60 to buy, and I didn't want him. $36 was simple. Arrowhead Hanover was an easy fit. I like this horse. Loved his video. Loved the horse. Baby Zet, Amy's horse, the priest. Yes, the chapter 7 I think would be my highlight of the sale. I just thought it was grossly underpriced. Him and the first filly. So the sales come to a close. I just had a wonderful run. And what about Smoking Hot Irish Girl thumping them today? Great race from her. Great job by Chris Lems. All our guys, all those guys are great drivers. You know, they wonder why I drive at my average is 350. They just sit up and drive them forward. The horses were good today, have been good all week. Hopefully we can keep it going. We're on our way home. We'll be home tonight. I'll be in the barn tomorrow. We're breaking the horses. Hopefully have some videos for you next week on both sides of the border. Would be nice. I will tell everybody right now that Woodmere Betcha.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, we need to get her paperwork done.
Yeah, she's giving them a little trouble. She's got a little feisty, a little fire in her, old Betcha. She's going to come join Daddy in Ohio for a little while. So she's going to be on a bit of a milk run back to PEI for next year. I told everybody, I don't want them fooling with her. I don't want anybody getting hurt. We're going to bring her over here to a little bit bigger setting and make sure that she has what she needs to do her job right. I guess she was striking at people and biting at people. A little feisty, nothing wrong with that. But we got to polish her up and I'm going to polish the big girl up. So what we'll probably do is break the 2 Ontario breds we bought here in Ohio, get them going, ship them back over to Ontario where they can start going with her. They said they jogged her, but to get the bridle on her and get near her, she's a little mean sometimes. So send those 2 home, bring her over here, and that's the plan with her. I don't mind the feistiness, but I don't want anybody in our barn getting hurt, and certainly don't want any of our clients getting hurt. So we'll bring Betcha over here and have her in a little closer situation. We can keep an eye on her. So that's the plan. Very happy with everybody so far. I think we've had, as I said, I keep saying it, just a tremendous run. Both on the track and off the track. Got everything we wanted except for one final piece in Harrisburg, but you can't have everything you want, and I'm very happy with what we have. So, no complaints. Thank you all for participating. I really appreciate it. We'll get those shares up for you really soon of both the racehorses we bought and the babies from Harrisburg as soon as we can. Take care.